and we snag the kitty. Good game, my friend. It was a pleasure. I like the chariot with the test deck. That was pretty cool. And this mono green deck is just, it's putting in the work. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Make sure to like the video. It really does go a long way. Subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 35,000 subs, I'll be buying a complete rare playset for someone's D&D expansion, which is really fun. Could be you. Tell your friends. Today, we're playing with the new mono green Stompy. Oh my gosh. This deck slaps. We were climbing rank. I think we started at like 700 or 800 Mythic, climbing into 250, 267 to be more precise. So a very successful deck for you guys in the new standard 2022 ranked queue, which is great. I know a lot of you are very excited about rotation. You hate Eldraine, you hate Ikoria, and you're looking for something fresh, a little bit more tuned back within that power margin. And I wish I could say that's the case, but I think we're just finding new ways to kind of crush these decks out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about strategies, synergies, showcase the gameplay footage, and then of course wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and where we want to take the deck in the future. The process is meant to give you, the viewer, a good idea whether or not the deck fits your personal playstyle and your wildcard budget. All right, guys, so thank you so much. Check out the Linktree link if you're looking for any additional information, you want to get into the community, contests, tournaments, giveaways, all of that is in the Linktree link description below, or give it a Google. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are, 2022 mono green Stompy, 60 card best of 1, 2.7 average mana value with 25 creatures and 12 non-creatures. 23 land in the deck. We do have the 4 Kazandu Mammoths. That takes us up to 27. You should always hit your land. You never want to not. 1 land to 6 land consistently. That's your primary objective in the deck, is to play a land every turn until turn 6. That way we can curve out and never stop curving out, which is cool. So turn 1, Swarm Shambler, a 0/0 entering the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes a target of a spell an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. We can tap the Shambler for 1 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is nice. So it can defend, go out as the defender, right? Be declared as the defender, then tap to increase in power and toughness, and maybe you get a good block out of that. If not, it's just a great way to spend your unused mana and the end of your opponent's turn. Turn 2, this could go either way. The Werewolf Pack Leader, absolutely amazing. A 3/3 with Pack Tactics, so you have to attack with it and other creatures, totaling the power of 6. If you do so, you get to draw a card. That's very, very good. We lost the Henge. We need new ways to draw. The Pack Leader takes care of that. For 4 mana, we can make its base power and toughness 5/3 and give it trample. It's not a human, which is pretty cool. I really like this. You know, the 5/3 trample is amazing, and it helps to fulfill its own pack tactics potentially. All you need is the Shambler and the Werewolf, and you can now attack with 6 power, which is cool. You can also play Inscription of Abundance to put the 2 +1/+1 counters on the Shambler or on the Werewolf, again fulfilling that 6 attack if you need. Moving forward, we have the Ranger class for 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 wolf token. You can pay 2 mana to level it up to 2, 4 mana total. Whenever an attacking creature goes out, you can choose one, and you'll put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, right? So this is very, very cool. We can use that to increase the pack tactics availability. We can also pay 4 to look at the top card of our library anytime and play creatures from the top of our library, which is really nice as well. Late game, kind of, you know, getting some more card advantage, kind of like we could get from the Henge, where we can just string cards off the top. We don't have to play a creature, draw a creature. We just get to play a creature, play a creature, play a creature, which is pretty interesting. We still don't want to run into land, but it fills the void. We already talked about Inscription a little bit for the +1/+1 counters. We can also gain X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures that we control. And we can also have our creature fight another target creature that we don't control, which is pretty cool. We can kick it for an additional 3/5 total to choose all 3 of those abilities, which is really nice. Moving on to our turn 3. I know we kind of talked about a potential turn 4 here by activating the pack leader with the abundance and taking the fights as well. Blizzard Brawl can potentially help the pack tactics as well before we move on too far away from it. Snow Sorcery. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, the creature will get +1, +0, and indestructible. Regardless of how many snow permanents you control, the creatures will fight each other, right? Your creature and their creature, which is nice. So you can help the tactics, and you can also just, clean up the field, which is quite nice. Moving on now to those 3 drops, the Kazandu Mammoth here as the land, 3/3, landfall, +2/+2. There's no more Fabled Passage in Standard 2022, so the landfall decks got absolutely annihilated because they really revolved around the double landfall trigger. The Rune Crab might still be here from Zendikar, but you know what's not here? The Fabled Passage, so get out of here. You can use Evolving Wilds if you want to be that guy. The Mammoth is great. It's still good as the land. You don't reduce the cost of the Henge anymore, but it's still great. The Old Growth Troll is really cool, a 4/4 with trample. When it dies, you attach it as an aura to a forest you control. That land now taps for 2 green mana, and we can pay 1 to tap the land and sacrifice it to create a 4/4 with trample, which is really quite nice. Moving on to our 4 drops. Toski, All Hail the Squirrel, Bearer of Secrets, a 1/1 with indestructible, can't be countered. It attacks each combat if able, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. This synergizes with Ranger class level 2 so well. Toski's going to get bigger and badder every turn, and soon they're not just chump blocking him. Well, they might be, but Toski's taking those creatures off the field when he's done, right? So a vicious squirrel within this deck, which is cool. Moving on, one of my new favorite cards, the Froghemoth for 5 mana, a 4/4 with traced. That's what they should call it. Haste and Trample, aka Traced. Traced pull. Whenever Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature. Exile this way, and you gain 1 life for each non-creature exiled this way. So you're gaining life, which is great. That's fulfilling the life gain of the Henge. You're also getting +1/+1 counters, which kind of, the Henge did that a little bit too, which is neat. And you have graveyard control, which is what the Scavenging Ooze used to do with those counters as well. So I love the Froghemoth, and Vorinclex didn't rotate, baby. 6/6 trample haste. If we're putting counters on something, double it. If they're putting counters on something, cut that in half, right? So that's very cool, and sometimes still easy to forget about. 60 card best of 1, that's what it is. We've got 4 Faceless Havens and 19 basic lands to fill out the field. Ranger class, it's amazing. It's kind of really holding this deck together. Not only do you get a creature when it enters play, but you can level it up. The leveled up can help the creatures with trample. We have the Troll, we have Froghemoth, Vorinclex, which will double down Rangers class, which is really nice. We also can put them onto Toski, right? The indestructible creature that they want to block every turn, right? That's nice. The pack tactics not only can gain trample as well through the ability, which is great, but we can, draw more cards through that way as well. So a ton of ways to draw cards through the leader, through Toski, and then we can play creatures off the top of our library through Rangers class level 3, which is really nice. And having a ton of success with this deck in some of the top ranked Mythic matches of the month, and I think we ended up at like 250, 260, which is great. So I hope you guys enjoy. Support the channel through the Linktree link. Like, we've got the Patreon and all these other different ways. Get in on the contest giveaways. Tell your friends that once we hit 35,000 subs, they could get a D&D playset. And you can find more about that by asking in the Discord. I'm sure someone will fill you in. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and we'll be back to wrap up after this. Going first is nice. I guess the Mammoth can be a land on turn 2, and then we can hit the Troll on turn 3. At Twitch, is it a sacrifice deck? I'm not gonna trade with the Twitch. I'd rather it attack and then us swing in. Apparently not. Old Growth Troll in play. And Ooh, at this point, I hope they aren't taking our creatures with Claim the Firstborn. I'll freak out. Oh, is Claim available in 2022? I don't even know. It might be. It must be. And even if not, there are other, you know, Stole Your Creature cards available. Should we just fight the witch immediately while they're tapped? We can't kick it, and kicking it would be nice. But if we just fight the witch... And this is instant speed, so let's first attack. No damage. Or no blockers, I should say. And then before their mana untaps, I just want to fight it. We will have to pay 3 life here. It is what it is. The Sedgemoor Witch, or the Sledgemoor Witch, in my case, is very, very good. And now we hold up 2 mana to push into our Shamblers. Sometimes it's the Sedgemoor Witch. Another land. And we tap in. Nice. Kind of using up all that extra mana that was left over. Okay. Just, like, get it, right? Froghemoth. Getting them. Doing the dirty. Do they have removal? That's 8 damage with trample, and then 4 on the side without. They kill their own creature instead of declaring it as a blocker on the Shambler. First, I find that odd. They could have stopped 2 damage. Okay. So that was the appropriate phasing to do that, so they could still use this as a blocker. 5/3 with flash for 2 is fairly good. I like that as a budget card. But wow, that's a lot of damage. And we take their entire grave. Gain 1 life and 2 +1/+1 counters. And that effect just gets, you know, worse turn after turn. Fortunately, you know, for them at this point, I guess, which is hard because they're sacrifice deck. Sometimes they want things in the grave. There is no grave. So it's just a great way to keep the grave super tidy, right? This guy is a vacuum for the graveyard. I like this card, though. Grim Wanderer. Seems good. I think they should have killed Froghemoth before, because now they don't have the option to, because it's too strong. Going first with only 2 land. But I think we'll draw more. Is that bad of me? It probably is ultra bad of me, but there's some good cards in this hand. I kind of want to keep it and see where it goes. If we can top deck the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th land, perfect. That sounds like a little bit of a stretch, HCG. We do get to play Rangers class, which is nice. If we grab a Force, we have the Pack Leader. Another Haven? Are you serious? This could get messy. Just a Forest, please, sir. Oh, that's good. We probably just want to fight that. No box. When this dies, it deals 1 damage, so it, like, would kill our thing. And I don't want this making treasures, like, at all. So I'm going to Blizzard Brawl that. Right, Magda down, and then go to level 2 Ranger class. And now, Wolfgang goes up. 3/3, that's actually, like, not bad. The Shambling Ghast. Alright. Haven goes out. This is already level 2. Let me attack first. So they will kill it. Or try to kill it. Let's do that first. And then we're gonna put counters on our creature. Whoa. They made treasures instead of killing the creature. Well, that is interesting, is it not? Let's get the pack leader in play now. That's going to take the priority away from the token. The Goldsman Dragon in the house. What do they generate with this mana? What does that treasure get spent on? I'm happy to push this race. This is very good for us. Ranger class is a go. Push it to level 2 as well. Let's push up our Werewolf. I don't want to push up the token in case they have a bounce, because the wolf comes back to our hand, the token just ceases to exist. We get nice damage in. And maybe that's a misplay and they have lethal on us because we didn't save our inscription. But I think we should be in a good spot to survive with 15 life still. Okay, so that actually is very good. They have 6 mana available now. Right? Not bad. 2, 4, 6. Oh, they're using it all. What is this? What you doing, Willis? Oh, another Goldilocks. And a Shambling Ghast. That's pretty cool off 3 mana, let's be honest. Very cool stuff. What should we do here? Vorinclex or Froghemoth? Froghemoth is really good. Vorinclex is sick too, though. Vorinclex doubles Ranger's class. There's where we take that. And we can't block the flyers, so we may as well just push in all of our damage onto Vorinclex. And that's just like a massive creature, right? Casual 10-10 with trample. The Froghemoth is good there as well. But, you know, Vorinclex doubling those +1/+1 counters is pretty groovy. Nice. Ranger's class. I like it. Going first with our favorite turn 2 Ranger class. We have a Toski here, and Ranger's class is good on almost everything in the deck. Kind of crazy. Let's get that out. It's a 2/2. It stops the Sentinel. Or Hadron. Maybe that's something that should go in our deck. I don't know. There's mono green all over the place. You just can't get around it. There's nothing here we really need to wipe. So I'm just going to push this to level 2. Hit in for 3. Shambler goes out. Next turn we have a Toski. They get their own Ranger's class, which is great. Ours is already level 2, though. Oh, they've got 2 of them. Okay, that is impressive. And I don't know if Toski is going to get the work done here. I think we go Pack Leader. And then we have removal on something as we see fit. Let's push it to 4. If they double block, we could Inscription. We're going to put the counters on it, so it's even stronger, instead of using the fight. And that's a 2-for-1. They were expecting to get a good trade out of that, and they don't. Kapow! Nice. Going first without such a great hand, right? This isn't as good. It could probably have been mulliganed, but I don't want to find something worse. We do have a turn 3 Mammoth, and hopefully a turn 4 Toski, turn 5 Froghemoth, and a turn 2 Ranger class. This just got a whole lot better. Let's go. Okay, they've probably got some removal going on here. Don't appreciate that. Go wide or push our class in. I think this will be nice. Let's go Shambler. Push up the class. That forces their removal before the wolf gets a counter. They have to remove it now. They do. And we're getting rid of it on the token, not, you know, something with indestructible, because Flunk can annihilate Toski. We don't want that, right? We only have 2 snow permanents. I'm going to attack, use the class, see if they block. They don't, so we just take the damage. Mammoth needs to be a land, getting us closer to Froghemoth or Toski. And, you know, we don't have Indestructible. We could double token and then fight. But I don't know how great that is. Is Plexing Vest good at all? To gain life? Let's take it. I think I've got some new stickers I've not used. Just play them a little jam there. We don't get the land. No. Toski active. They remove the Shambler. You jerk. They get the Scry. We do get the 1/1 though. So that's alright. We need that 5th land, just what we really wanted. Next turn to get it, that's alright. They need to exile Toski, they need to minus affect it. We just need to draw a land. It's never been easier. The Chariot, 2/2s. Cat in play. He's Chariot? You got a cat's Chariot, you say? That sounds like something Simba could get in on. He likes that idea. So this is ultra fun. We get guaranteed damage here. We'll put it on the Froghemoth so they can't double block it. Well, I mean they can, but it's not as good anymore. Simba likes to go by his nickname Zadira, right? He's pretty sad about September. Rotation time. We're getting rid of all 3 of these cards here. But you can still come see him in Historic if you want after September. Tuesdays? Yeah. Binding, taking Froghemoth out of the game. Come on. That was our frog. They're gonna hit for 4. I'll allow it. We've got another Froghemoth coming your way, don't worry. Let's put this marker on Toski. This is not very good for them. I don't mind it. A land? My gosh, we're so lucky. I love drawing lands. It wants to be just out of camera, right? You want to be the camera hog, he says. Just right in the corner. Look for specimens. That's fine. And then pets summoning. Oh, no, then Blex. They're going wide. They're worried about our damage. So we have 2, 5, 6, 7. We can kick one of them. Counters go here. We gain life. Toski fights Blex. And then we're just going to do a little fight effect here as well. Taking out a kitty cat. They have to crew defensively. But we still just blast through with Froghemoth. Put it on Toski, why not? So this is working out great for us. Is Mono Green the new pack leader in 2022? I mean, it certainly seems nice. I'm loving Froghemoth. Froghemoth? I want to call it Frogmoth, but it's definitely Froghemoth. Another land. Feeling blessed. Not quite as much as Vex, I guess. Another hunt. I like the Chariot in the Pest deck. That actually works very well. Pest summoning. Hopefully they don't get like a Bastion. We do have 25 life though, so that's okay. And every spell they use basically grants us a life. Pack leader is just exactly what we needed. Let's just sacrifice our Haven. I know it's gonna die here probably. Let's make them block with all 4 of them if they want to get the kill. Or, you know, 3 of them if they use the cat. Nope, cool. I didn't want them to triple block the Faceless Haven, that's why I pushed it up. I understand that the trample would be most effective, but it's fine the way it is. Right? Like to save the Haven just in case. Right? If they top deck a field wipe, we need that Faceless Haven to survive. I think we gain 3 life here. Right? So that's as good as it gets. We are drawing cards. Let's end turn here. We have another fight effect. Not too bad. I don't know where my other emojis are. I think maybe I can't have too many equipped. Skeletal. Nice. Do they have skeletons? Well, they do now. Let's take our turn, play from the top of our library. I'll land. And, yeah, let's bring the Faceless Haven in, I guess. We could give the pack leader trample, but I'd rather save this. Guess we'll put it on trample for lethal. And then we'll send this out for the fight effect. And we snag the kitty. Good game, my friend. Was a pleasure. I like the chariot with the pest deck. That was pretty cool. And this mono green deck is putting in the work. Pretty nasty stuff. We're into the top 200 basically here, and I have no doubt that this is a top 10 deck for sure. Going first against top 100 player. Wow. Good at this game much? We don't have a 1-drop. That's fine. We do have a unique 2-drop. Aw, they got a 1-drop? No! Rangers class and Toski is very good, so I'm happy to see that in hand. I bet they play a pack leader as well. Or a Hadron. That's good. This will activate our draw. And we can actually attack, which is cool. We're getting some damage in. Lies in studio, as always, on her wheel. Getting after it. She's a harder worker than me. The only one I know who, like, puts in more effort than me is Miss Maya on that frickin' cat wheel. You know what I mean? She loves it. Look at her. She's gonna, like, fall off of it. Just waiting for our opponent here. They do play a Mammoth. And then they Blizzard Brawl one of our pack leaders. That hurts. That stings, you know what I mean? We get that 4th land. We could grab Trample and trade with it. Or we could double Ranger class. Or better yet, pump into the Ranger class. And now we hit for 4. We can block with the Wolf. I really like Rangers class. Seems top-notch. It and the pack leader together are great. It and Toski together are great. The Chariot's pretty cool, right? No blocks here. So this could be bad. It would be a triple block, which actually isn't that bad. We're not taking the draw. I'd rather play defensively and not throw this 2-2 away yet. They do the triple block. Okay, so maybe we should have went for the double attack. We would have got a double draw out of that if we did decide to go for it. But this is okay. You know, just having Rangers class and Toski in play is going to be nice. We can block here. There's no reason to attack. Right, they just would lose their defender. Taking it to level 2. Toski swings in. 2 counters on top of it. They get the block. It was pretty good. Next turn, Toski will go to 6-6. If you can believe that. They get their own ranger class. That's great. It can go on the old growth troll really nicely. And they're making a copy of the 2/2. So Azeka's Chariot could see play in mono green. That's something I didn't really play with. This is interesting. Definitely double block the Chariot, right? Sucks, but better than not. Toski's just going to get chump blocked all day. Right? Is this attacking creature? Yeah. So this is the only attacker. And it has to attack. Let's just take these. We'll keep it at 5. You know, there's no need to dump all our mana into another Rangers class, because they're going to block it anyways. Could Ranger class, and then double Shambler. Triple blockers. And then hopefully they start running out of creatures, and Toski can just kind of take over this match. We're pretty low on life. Could be a problem. Maybe some life gain would be cool. This is 11 damage, hey? Wow. Let's just take 8. That's even, it's too much. It's too much damage. And another Chariot for extra blockers. Nice. And Sentinel. We get too much land. We spend too much mana there as well. And it's just a Blizzard Brawl that we can't cast. Good game. That's her. That's all she wrote, baby. It's a nice match. Couple things that I liked there. A little different about the deck was the Chariot. Other than that, you know, it is very, very similar. There's not much different going on. Woof. Mono Green's getting dirty today. Froghemoth. I love it. Toski. I absolutely love it. Rangers class is amazing on top of Toski. Very, very cool. You know, a 6/6 indestructible at a certain point that's drawing you cards. It's just like, how do I deal with that? Where's my exile? And if you don't have exile, that's gonna win you the game. Like if your opponent doesn't have exile and you get Toski Rangers class out, whoa, right? Good luck. So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to support the content, whether it's through a thumbs up, sharing it to your friends, and you know, you can support financially through different ways in the link tree if you want as well. That's the coolest way, of course. By all means, just have yourselves a magical day, right? That's the most important thing for me, is to help everybody just have a great day and enjoy Magic the Gathering Arena. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.